slowly kind of drop it as you drive out. Yeah, I will. First load of recycled, not quite even sure what it really is. I think it's all ground up cupboards and chipboard and all kinds of stuff, but it basically essentially is shavings. So what we're doing here, clean out the barn, we're going to fill it full about 18 inches deep of this shavings product, and then we're going to have ourselves a compost pack. I got a little 3-point deep tiller for the tractor. We'll cultivate it every day, twice a day, and yeah, that's what we're doing here. Seen it. I talked about it enough in all my old videos. Finally went and did it this winter. Bought myself another tractor. My ultimate dream tractor. If you're a John Deere guy, you know. The John Deere 7810, best tractor ever built. It took a long time to find it. I finally found it. Bought it without a loader on it. Bought the loader, put the two together, and there you go, folks. John Deere 7810. Okay, so we put in 4 loads with that big white truck, and I think we're getting close to what we need. We're going to call it good for right now. We want to try and get about 18 inches of material, and then we'll start stirring that every day with the cultivator. But yeah, I think we're at about 14 inches now in most spots, so we're almost there, but I think we'll just leave it at that, and we'll see how that goes. If we have to, we can add another load next week or the week after. So yeah, we'll let it start to heat in the bottom, and then we'll put the cultivator on the tractor and start cultivating it. All right, so yeah, you guys saw us get the compost pack ready and all the shavings leveled out. Now it's time to start tilling the compost pack. So what we do is we have our little 7200 here. This is a tractor that was on the bale shredder. This is the old tractor that did barn cleanouts. It's now our little tractor. And yeah, we went and bought this 12-foot old John Deere deep tiller. And it was a regular deep tiller. It had a hitch and wheels and all that. We removed all that stuff. And my neighbor welded up this real nice 3-point frame for it. And some recycling from an old 3-point implement there. So yeah, what we do now is we go every day, twice a day in the barn. We stir up the compost pack, and in turn what that does is the heating process dries out the bedding material and just keeps it fresh. And what we noticed so far is it's, after cultivating it, it's very fluffy, and the cows just love it. I think it's really improved the cow comfort. Not that the straw pack wasn't comfy, this is just a different kind of comfy. So yeah, we'll fire up the tractor here and we'll get some cultivating done. That's not dust coming out of there, that's all steam. That's how hot that pack gets down there, and that's what you want. You want to start composting, get nice and warm down there. When I'm all done, I can't even put my hand on the shovel of the cultivator because it's that warm. So yeah, cultivator is 10 feet wide, the pack is 38 feet wide, so yeah, just do 4 passes. I go 4 passes heading this way, then I'll turn around and I'll do 4 passes the other way, twice a day. The twice a day part's going to be a little bit tricky come, you know, middle of summer when we're busy with haymaking and hauling bales, because this tractor goes to the field and loads the wrap bales. So we haven't quite figured out the logistics yet of how we're going to do it twice a day on those days. But you know what, that's only going to end up being 3 or 4 days out of the entire summer, and you know, we'll just work around that. So just gotta be a little careful backing this thing up into the corners, make sure I don't schmuck my walls or my gates. Haven't yet. It's the first time for everything. Let her down. And away we go. So you can see outside there too, I made a little commodity bay with round bales, and I put some of those wooden mats in the bottom for the floor, and that's where we store our extra bedding. And then a couple times a week, as I'm doing this, I grab a big bucket full of shavings and I add it to the different spots, like the crossovers where the cows come off the alley onto here, gets a little dirtier, and just any spots that look a little bit wet, you add more on there just to keep it dry, because the goal of this whole thing is to keep this bedding pack as dry as possible. So what also happened this late spring was this tractor here, the 7200, it was in desperate need of repairs. I mean, it was doing all the heavy work, and just, yeah, needed repairs and kind of couldn't leave the yard because, well, it had to do work every day. So now that we bought the 7810, I was able to get this thing fixed this winter, and it had no major problems. It just had a long list of little things to get fixed. So yeah, we managed to get into a repair shop and get a whole bunch of things fixed. And you know what, she's got almost 18,000 hours, and I feel confident now that if we don't overwork her too much, she's got another 18,000 hours in her for sure. Next on the list of this tractor, got a bit of a wonky issue with the steering wheel. The column inside is worn out. This little thing doesn't work, so that's why the bungee cord holds it in place. Gonna fix that probably this winter, because that was gonna cost a lot more than I anticipated it was gonna cost, but we'll get it fixed eventually. But the loader on here, again, it did so much heavy work. All the pins and bushings are worn out. Actually, the main pin on this side at the top, the bushing is starting to break out, so you know, we got to make sure that gets fixed. So yeah, we'll pop the loader off this thing at some point, and we'll head off to a welding shop and get all fixed up. Okay, so that's the bedding pack all tilled up. Let's let the cows back on here. Come on, girls. Yeah, you can see walk through. It's just soft and fluffy, and I think it's extremely comfortable for them to lay on. Cows seem to like it. It's just, I don't know, it's part of it. A bit of a coincidence, but since starting the compost pack, we've gone up 2.5, almost 3 liters in production per cow per day. So we've also made some adjustments to our diet, but I do think this is playing a little bit of a role in that, just because it's, I mean, that's cow comfort at its finest right there. Yeah, last thing in the morning here is quickly scooch these cows out of the way. Get the alley scraped up. Come on, you. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.